Hi, this is Sri with a review of the Cosmo Unity 2. The first one I gave heaps of praise for its unique design and its simplicity, yet it seemed to get the job done, but it didn't get a lot of love because I think it was originally designed for players like AD or Devin Booker. A lot of players that are just wearing the Kobe's nowadays, so they were the Kobe's instead of the shoe that were designed for them or shoes that they were tasked with promoting. So unfortunately, it kind of went unnoticed. But good for us consumers is that when the players are not rocking it and it's not as popular, the prices go down and discounts continue to come pouring in. The Cosmo Unity 2 weighs about 383 grams for a size 9. It feels a little bit heavy on the heel area, mainly because I guess there's a lot more foam material there. So yeah, if you want to balance that, yeah, you can see this going really dropping right there. It's not a low cut like the first one, but it's just right hugging right around the ankle, so it's kind of like a semi low mid cut like the Kobe 4s. They do have a nice little lip here, or the elf nose, where you can slide your foot in nicely. So that's good. But unfortunately, therein lies the problem. It doesn't have any restrictive foam or padding around to provide the heel lockdown that you would actually appreciate. Depending on your foot size, I think you will feel a moderate amount of heel slippage or an extreme amount of heel slippage. I mean, they have nice heel cup and the midsoles surround the heel nicely, but it's not containing it from the heel. It's not locking. It's locking it nicely from side to side, but not from back to front. So you'll feel that heel slippage, and the lace lips are only up to here. So no matter how hard you tie it, you'll still feel a little bit of insecurity there. Yeah, you have the zoom strobel, but interestingly, the zoom strobel feels like it's not as low to the ground as it should be because the plate is here and you can see this thick foam around it. And interestingly, it's not that high off the ground on the forefoot and the heel especially. The heel is really low to the ground. So the one problem I have with this shoe is that the heel is very much sunken. We've tried a lot of shoes with zoom strobels in the past, right? The KD series and the Zoom Universe. The Zoom Universe was from like what 3-4 years ago, and yet that seems to have a more structured and balanced zoom air setting, even if it's zoom strobe, because you do feel that offset or the heel to toe drop. The heel is raised a little bit more than the forefoot, but here you feel the forefoot is a little bit more elevated than the heel, and the heel is sinking a little bit. So that's definitely not good for your Achilles and your ankles if you were to wear them and play in them for a long run. The Zoom unit doesn't feel as bountiful. It feels like it's very thin for some reason. That's just how I feel. Because when I wore the KDs or the Zoom Universe, when I first tried the Zoom Strobel, it's like, yeah, it's Zoom. You can feel there's this plushness. You can feel the air moving and working. But the Cosmic Unity 2, it feels a lot flat. Yeah, not in a good way. And it's not even that much lower to the ground than conventional shoes, as you can tell by the foam. So it's a beautiful shoe. I'll give you that. The design is beautiful, I think. When I first saw the pictures released, I thought it looked like crap. But when you see it in hand, it is a very nice, fluid, colorful design. Most of the parts, even the upper material, the knit material and everything is sort of like, I believe it's like a certain percentage of it is recycled material. So considering it's reused, I got this, you see this nice little pink and blue and light green jade kind of color all around. So this is a really beautiful shoe. It fits true to size. If you have really narrow foot and you like the tight fit, you might want to go down half a size. It's wide foot friendly, that's how I feel. The upper is not pinching in any areas. It's got these fused material around the medial and the lateral side, and the upper material is pretty soft knit kind of material. It's pretty breathable, and at the same time it's rigid enough to provide that lockdown, and there's no crazy dead space on the toe box area, which is a lot of complaint that I have most of the shoe that's coming out these days, dead space on the toe box area. And the lace loops, they do a really great job of locking you down. The lace loops, each little loop you tighten, they just stay locked nicely. So the lockdown is good. And the ankle support, the anti-inversion gimmick, if you might call it, the midsole and the swoosh, this thick area provides that breakage that you need, or prevention in terms of rolling your ankle. But I felt the one did a better job because the Cosmic Unity 1 had something way thicker all around. So not exactly a downgrade, but not an improvement, a slight unnecessary streamlining from compared to the Cosmic Unity 1 in terms of its identity of having this bulky, bulging, bug-eye type of support pods on the lateral side. The insole is good because they return to the kind of insole that used for the Cosmic Unity, which is just a soft all-around foam with some glue in the middle. It hugs the protruding zoom strobel. It's different from the starchy bottom KD13 KD series insoles. So yeah, this is soft and nice. So overall, it provides a very plush ride, EVA type of material. But again, it's uniform, if not thinner, on the heel for some reason. So already the shoe feels it's kind of sinking in the heel, but the insole enhances that sinking experience further. So another thing about having this type of insole is that you can't just switch any kind of customized insole for this shoe, because as you can see, you need to have this concave area, this cavity, so that it contains, it hugs the protruding zoom strobel. So if you actually want to have a different insole inside, you need to make sure you have the right one that you're gonna wear until the shoe, until they together forever, until they die. They need to be together because you'll need a lot of glue here to make sure you're stabilized there. Otherwise, if you just put an insole there, you'll feel it sliding a little bit and it'll lead to some terminal injuries. So that's something, that's one complaint I've had. Nice transition to a different foam material, but why is it thinner in the heel? And yeah, that's unfortunate. I'd rather prefer they have a strobel board on top of the zoom strobels. It's a little bit more even Steven there, so you can actually put other insoles and it's more interchangeable. Yeah, and the outsole pattern, it looks interesting, it looks promising, it looks inviting, it looks like it'll get the job done. But notice the pattern carefully. These straight patterns, when you're moving forward to backward movements, you will feel some sliding. This does not grip the court like it should, because yeah, these straight lines kind of slide all around. So when you're having some shifty movements, relying on this edgy medial part of your shoe, you're gonna have a bit of a slippage every now and then. So it's not the kind of bite that you've come to expect from other previous great traction patterns like the ones it had in Zoom Freak 4, or any pattern that seemed to resemble the Kobe 9s, or just regular herringbone pattern that the Cosmic Unity 1 had. It had a pretty nice overall traction. But if you've tried the Cosmic Unity 1, you will notice that maybe it's because the rubber is used from recycled material, or maybe it's supposed to disintegrate faster, so it becomes one with Mother Nature faster. But the outsole Cosmic Unity 1 really wore out quickly. It was like, yeah, very, very charitable in terms of giving itself away to its environment. So I expect, since this is part of the Nike Move to Zero concept, I anticipate that this is not going to be the most durable outsole out there. So that's something you should keep in mind. So overall, great design, good fit, good lockdown. The cushioning is a little questionable with the heel sinking. That's terrible. It could lead to Achilles heel injuries. The insole is not interchangeable, but they gave very little choice for the flat heel insole. So yeah, I mean, if you like this shoe, I wouldn't recommend this shoe for basketball unless you're always, yeah, I can't really recommend this shoe for basketball. I mean, I already mentioned that it's got certain dangerous hotspots that kind of slips a little bit in terms of the traction patterns or like areas. Maybe if you play outdoors or someplace where the ground is coarse or the pristine level is in such a way that the court flow is sticky, you could just run around and play basketball in any rubber outsole running shoes, then you can wear these shoes there. Heel slippage is another issue. So it's got a lot of issues. It's a beautiful design. It's not an upgrade from Cosmic Unity 1. I feel like this is a downgrade, and it's actually become a more dangerous shoe than before. The only saving grace it has is beautiful design, and we'll see if the outsole traction is a little bit more durable than Cosmic Unity 1.